Hey everybody, I'm Jeff. This is our regular weekly announcement video, and usually these are high energy, goofy, silly announcement videos, and I'm going to go back to doing those next week. But this week I want to come a little more straight through the front door with some important, might I say, serious content, and you'll see why in a minute. But first, the announcements. Number one, major announcement is this Saturday, which is just 2 days away, or 1 day away if you watch this on Friday, or yesterday if you watch this on Sunday, is our men's breakfast. And that'll be at 8 o'clock here. So if you are a man and hungry and in town, come share breakfast with us. And if you're traveling, breakfast is on you. Okay, that's the silliest I'm going to get today, because I have taken 3 meetings this week from people who went and saw the Jim Caviezel Sound of Freedom movie about human trafficking. And they wanted to know what we as a church can do about it. And so I made some phone calls and I worked my network, and I found a couple different agencies and groups that if you would like to participate in helping fight human trafficking as a result of that movie, or just as a result of your conscience, it is an evil. There's just no two ways to talk about it. It is evil, what is happening to people and children around the world. And if you haven't had a chance to see that movie, I haven't either. Apparently it's very heavy, but also very moving and motivating. So the 2 groups that were recommended to me by people I trust very much. First is International Justice Mission, IJM.org. And that is a group that Ben Jones, who was a youth pastor here for a number of years and who grew up in this church, he and his wife Kim and their family have been supporting for years. And then Julie here in our front office and the Master's Hand School and Theater that she helps to lead has partnered a number of times with the group Life for the Innocent. And the Life for the Innocent group is active in rescues. They have some connections here in Fort Collins and have actually been here at Grace doing some fundraising. That's lifefortheinnocent.org. So if you are motivated as a result of that movie or your own conscience and you want to do something, those are 2 groups to check out. Check out their website, see which one fits more where you're coming from. But yeah, it's time to do something. And I love that the spotlight has been shown on that type of evil that we can do something about. Another thing that you might be curious about is, where does Grace Church stand on a lot of these current social issues? And I don't think that corporate worship is necessarily the time to get into all of these details. My Tuesday breakdowns, often I will. But the Evangelical Free Church of America just had their national conference in June and released a statement. It is a wonderful statement that represents the Free Church's stance generally. And as I read through it and thought about it more, I thought, yeah, I think that's where I stand. So I'm not speaking necessarily for the elders on this. I'm not speaking for the church at large. But if you're curious as what the senior pastor might think about the goings-on socially, in addition to things like human trafficking, this document really sums it up quite well. So I'm going to put a link to that also below this video. You'll want to check that out. And actually our president, Kevin Compline, president of the Free Church, actually read the document at the national conference very passionately. And so I'll link to his video version of that as well. So those are some of the big things going on, and if you're curious, because the world is the world, and world kingdoms are going to world kingdom, and that's why we focus here so much on being gospel-centered. We don't chase after the winds of everything that changes and everything that happens. We want to be about bigger things. We want to be about the kingdom of God, because the kingdoms of this world are constantly shifting like sand. But we place our faith and our passion and our energy on the immovable mountain of the kingdom of God and the rock of Christ upon which we stand. And so if you are looking for that, we're a place that you can come check out and find some of that stability maybe, and some of that prayer that we need to make it through each day. And that's where we're going to be this Sunday, is continuing on our expectant prayer series, talking about the Lord's Prayer this week. So we'd love for you to be here 8:30, 10:15. We also do 10:15 in Spanish. And at the end of this month, on July 30th, we'll be having our Super Sunday. It's a month that has 5 Sundays, and so the 5th Sunday we will be joining together with Grace Latino to have worship together in multiple languages, and we'd love for you to be a part of that. And if you would like to be baptized, or if you know somebody who needs to be baptized, we will have the baptistry ready to go that morning. Let us know, office@gracelongmont.org, and we will get that started for you. Until next time, I'm Jeff, and you're you, and God is God, and we should do something to fight the evil in this world.